So in my last class, I have told you what VLANs are, what's the basic use of VLAN, what switching is and how switches work, what's ARP. And I told you what's access port and trunk port. And then I told you how to configure VLANs. And I told you by default, all the ports are on a switch are in VLAN 2. We can verify that by using show VLAN command. And then I told you how to configure VLANs, right?
Yes.
So today we will go ahead with more types of configurations with VLANs. I have given you a work. Have you completed that work?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So today we'll go with more examples of VLANs. All right, so assume that the first example is assume that you are having 4 departments in your company. A very, small company it is. Not a small company, a medium-sized company you have. So it's having 4 departments. You are having a network 192.168.100.0/24, which is providing you (252) IPs. But we cannot put all the IPs in one broadcast domain. So create VLANs for all the 4 departments. For all the 4 departments are given below. You have training department. Second, you have IT department. You have accounts department, and you're having your marketing department. Note, make sure that you are going to keep some IPs for the servers. Free for the servers. Let's go ahead and try to create. So under each department, there are 50 hosts. Implement the configuration and test the results, and then go for the physical deployment. So this is the thing that we have to go through. IP address is this, and now we will go to open our Cisco packet tracer, which we are mostly using. Are you all here with me? Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. So all right, so we have to have 50 departments. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 departments. That means 4 switches. And we'll take one more switch here, which is going to help me to link to my router. For example, this is my main router. And then I'm not going to add all the 50 devices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 devices. And you can copy it, Control C, Control, not this. Wait a sec, I will just drag and drop, Control C, Control V. Look into them like this, Control V, and keep them here. Now we have the switch here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have one switch here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have one switch here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another switch here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But these are suppose 50 PCs you have to add. And this is our main switch. And then there is one router aided. We have completed with our routers, but still, this is our main switch. Okay, so we'll have even after copying one particular topology, configuring or adding cables to one switch, you can copy and paste that without wasting the time. So 5. Okay, so this is the topology. This is one VLAN. This is another VLAN here. And we will have another VLAN here. for this switch, and we will have another VLAN here for these switches. Okay. Now I'm going to give the name to the VLAN. So this is VLAN, for example, 10, and name is IT department. And this is VLAN 20, name is HR. Do we have HR department? No. I think I have just added IT training. So we do not have HR. So VLAN 10 training. Training department. Then accounts department, and then we do have the last one, which is marketing.
Marketing.
So it's marketing department. And we need to add VLAN numbers also to make sure to remember the VLAN. So VLAN number 30 and VLAN number 40. Okay. Okay, that's it. And we have the network 192.168.100.0/24 only. We do not have any subnet here. We have just one particular network, and we are going, it's a class full subnet. We are going with VLANs in this subnet. Even if it is a subnet of 26, we have only one subnet over here. We will be going through the VLANs for this entire thing. Now let's go and try to configure the IPs first of all, or you can simply create the IPs here in the router, or we can add one server here, which will give the IPs to every particular computer. But through server, I will check whether we can add DHCP here or not. Configuration, DHCP. No, static. But services here, DHCP. Yes, so we will first of all configure. This is another way, if you have a server, how you can, first of all, you need to enable. So gateway 192.168.100.1, DNS server, the IP address. One 192.168.10.11, suppose.
The gateway, is it 10 or 100?
It's 100, not 10. It's 100. IPv6, IPv we do not need. Auto configuration here, but for gateway DNS IPv4. This, but physically, let's say now DHCP, and server pool name is, for example, it's Aptech Qatar. Default gateway, again 192.168.100.1. DNS server will be the same IP address, so 192.168.100.11. Start IP address 192.168.100.1. Subnet mask 255 space 255.255.0. Maximum number of users 254. TFTP server, if you have, we do not have any. You can enable TFTP server IP address, which is the same one, 192.168. 100.11. Okay, we'll go to ipconfig here, 192.168.100.11 with the subnet mask this. That's it. You can save it. Okay, so AppTech Qatar service on. That's it. Let's check now. You can see all the, but default gateway is not coming. DNS server 100.11.
The IP address is the same as the default gateway.
Wait, we will check. We have to change it then. 100.2. We cannot start from 100.1. We have to start from 100.2. What? It cannot be removed. You can. It's not giving the default. It's taking from this. Why it's taking IP address and there's no default gateway. We talk about these. This is also getting 100.1. There's a problem here. DHCP. Close this one. We are running out of time. 192.68.100.11. Yep, here we go now, it's showing. So when you go here, static and DHCP, now it's showing everything. IP configuration, static, DHCP. whatever the pool is there, you just need to modify that. Do not add your own. So it is better. You can add your own also, but right now just go through that only. Okay, so this is the DHCP part, and this is the topology part that we have completed. So you have to add a DHCP, or there are two ways, as I've told you. Either you can configure a DHCP on router, which I have told you just by creating a pool and then default router, or you can add a DHCP servers. You have to go to services and DHCP and add your IP addresses and save it. If you want to create your own, you can just replace it, and then you have to add and save it later on. And then you can go to services. You can just enable, these are all the services, DNS, syslog, everything is turned on. You can enable that, all right? And then you have to, now every computer will be able to communicate with each other. You can check that out by using command prompt, ping 192.168.100. You can say 20. You can see that's getting the replies. So right now, all the computers will be able to communicate each other, okay? This is the main thing. So right now, all the computers, there are around, like, for example, these are 6 plus 5 computers, or it's like there are 20 computers, and they are all in the same local area network. They are able to communicate. But what we have to do is we have to divide this network, same like a subnet, so that they will not be able to communicate each other. This is IT department, this is training. They should not be able to communicate each other, which we can be, we will be able to do, or you can say we can be able to do using the VLANs, all right? So now I'm gonna stop this class right now. I'm gonna stop, start again, because there is less time about this particular session. So I'm gonna start again, and you have to join again, okay?
Okay.
Yep, so I will just stop it.